Hey guys, how we doing today? So I wanted to discuss a little more about the behind the scenes towards some of the songs that I've made in the past. Right now I'm going to be explaining the song Destinations from an EP I made it about a year ago. I made an EP called Exuberance, and Destinations was the first song. It's a very special song too, because there's a lot behind it that came about when it comes to the sounds, the inspirations, how I incorporated different elements to it. So come along as we discuss further about my song, Destinations. So you might have noticed that in the beginning of the song, Destinations, in my EP Exuberance, it kind of starts out like it comes out of an arcade. Well, that was the whole point. In this song, the new thing that I tried to work around with was 8-bit sounds. I wanted a new song that was upbeat and energetic, but had a different vibe to it in comparison to my previous works. My goal was to make a song that came right out of a video game. I wanted it to be fun, I wanted it to be energetic, I wanted it to be exciting. So in the beginning of the song and throughout the duration of it, you might notice elements of 8-bit in the work. That was purposeful because, again, it was something new and exciting that I wanted to do in the song Destinations. Another key component of that song, too, was the introduction of the horns. I'm a very big fan of house music, and I have a fault of this. The reason why is because you might notice in a lot of my works I incorporate house music. So when I introduce the horns and the drums, it then becomes somewhat of a party. Well, whenever I play video games, I know personally I'm always hanging out with close friends or I'm in a good mood. And that energy of positivity was another thing I wanted to add too. I felt that it was a good addition towards the 8-bit music and kind of adds almost like an element of funk to it as well. So that is to really explain where the horns had come from. Also because I'm just a huge fan of horns, as weird as that sounds. One of my favorite parts about this song, in my personal opinion, is that I then transition it, kind of going from 8-bit to house to almost like an 80s soundtrack. I wanted to slow things down, but kind of add in something new. And that was the flute. The flute added this incredible sound that almost came out of like an 80s martial art film. It was something interesting, and I was very nervous because I never worked with the instrument before. But when I added it, it just had it just fit the image perfectly. It was something that kind of came together spontaneously, and immediately I knew it had to be part of the song. And then finally, I rerouted the whole song, brought in the original sound to it, and tied it up with a nice bow. I kept it nice and simple, kept a fade out, the whole 9 yards. And that right there is how the song Destinations in the EP Exuberance came about. I hope you enjoyed it.